Mannheim in Germany is often described as the city of inventors. The car, the bicycle and the tractor were invented there, and while no cars or bikes are produced in the city today, tractors continue to roll off the line in the Lindenhof district. The Heinrich Lanz company laid the foundation stone for one of the most successful tractor factories over 100 years ago with the Lanz Bulldog. John Deere tractors have been produced at the site ever since 1956. Due to the sharp increase in production, the factory is now the largest John Deere production facility outside of North America. It is also the largest tractor production facility in Germany, as 2/3 of all tractors manufactured in Germany are produced at the factory in Mannheim. The factory benefits from its convenient location on the Rhine, via which about 250 tractors are shipped twice a week to Rotterdam or Antwerp, and then overseas to including the UK and Ireland and beyond Europe. However, the plant is not only a production site, it is also a development site for all medium tractors from John Deere. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night to everyone watching this video, and you're all very welcome back to the channel. So what's been happening in the agricultural world, in the world of farm machinery in the last couple of weeks? So big news from Massey Ferguson actually, and indeed Sammy Dietz Farr, where they have gone into business together, it seems. So there's a new line of Massey Ferguson tractors coming out in the next couple of years, and it is actually going to be built by Sammy Dietz Farr. So I believe it's going to be in the sub 100 horsepower category. So they have a production agreement signed, sealed and delivered. So coming out of the Sammy Dietz Farr factory will be tractors badged Massey Ferguson. Now, are they going to have any Massey Ferguson parts such as them? I don't know. Are they going to have Massey Ferguson cabs? I don't know yet. I assume these are going to be SDF tractors badged Massey Ferguson, but it is big news, I suppose, and it is perhaps a reflection on what is happening in the world of agricultural machinery in the last year or two, with the prices the way they have gone, with factories and indeed manufacturers cutting back on production of machines because demand is simply not there, because things have gotten so expensive. As we know, new tractor sales in Ireland, I think we're back 12% for 2024, and it's looking like they'll probably be back again for 2025, so it's hard to know. But anyway, welcome back to the channel, everybody, and to everybody that tuned in last week into the JCB one video. Super comments on that, got plenty of new subscribers out of it and got plenty of views, so I'm very happy with that, and thanks to everyone who contributed to that. So we're not going to spend too much time waffling. We're going to get straight into this video, and it's all about the Mannheim factory. It's not all about John Deere. Obviously John Deere are there now at the minute, but this is about the plant itself. We look through the history, all the machines that have been built there since the inception of the factory, running up through the Lanz Bulldog and into the more recent times with John Deere, obviously. We're going to get cracking on that straight away. So more than 250 engineers work on the tractors of tomorrow and beyond. The main focus is on performance, comfort and efficiency. Today's tractor cabs offer the luxuries of a car with automatic air conditioning, Apple CarPlay, comfortable seats, GPS and much more. Developers can also put a lot of effort into clean fuel combustion. The same strict exhaust emission standards apply to tractors as they do for other vehicles like trucks and cars. At the same time, engineers are working on alternative concepts such as the use of biofuels. Electric drives are also being developed, albeit for smaller tractors, as the battery capacity for larger machines is not yet sufficient, and we've spoken about this before. In 2026, the first fully autonomous and battery-driven tractor delivering approximately 100 horsepower will be presented. So looking at the John Deere at the minute, John Deere 6R and 6M tractors, so the development department led the way with the introduction of the frame design on the Mannheim tractors. The sturdy bridge steel frame gives the tractors enormous stability when using heavy implements. In addition, the other components of the tractor can be built lighter. After the introduction of the frame design in the 1990s, production figures went steadily upwards. For more than 20 years, John Deere has been the market leader for tractors in all major Western European countries. The current success is due to, among other things, the flagship of Mannheim production, and obviously the 6R250, which is the flagship. With a maximum output of 300 horsepower, it is the largest tractor ever built in the Mannheim factory. Overall, Mannheim tractors cover the range of 90 to 250 horsepower rated, powered in the luxury class. The 2 millionth tractor from Mannheim was a John Deere 6R250, and that was back in 2023. As a thank you to the production team, the tractor is wrapped in portrait photos of more than 300 of the employees from the factory. The tractor was unveiled at the Mannheim plant on the 22nd of March in the presence of John Deere CEO John C. May. In the following weeks, the tractor was put on display at the John Deere Forum. In the long term, it will be given a place of honour in the factory museum next to its little brother, the 1 million tractor, which was a John Deere 6400. And that took 70 years from the start of production for 1 million John Deeres to be produced. But the second million rolled off the line in about 30 years. So looking towards the future, with the handover of the anniversary tractor, the company is not only looking back, but also looking forward. The ceremony took place in the building of the new paint shop. More than $80 million is currently being invested in the future of the plant and in securing the location. Thanks to state-of-the-art environmental technology, energy consumption is significantly lower and emissions can be reduced to a minimum. Wastewater and waste are avoided and the noise level is much lower than in the previous plants. The training workshop at the Mannheim plant is also looking back and forward. It celebrates 100th anniversary this summer. In times of a shortage of skilled workers, it is becoming increasingly important for the company to train qualified young people. Currently, the training workshop offers 160 young people qualifications such as mechatronics technicians, automotive mechatronics technicians, industrial mechanics, electronics, and in industrial engineering and construction mechanics with a focus on welding technology. The Mannheim location is well equipped for the future. With a 2 million tractor and further investment in the assembly being made, the company is sending an important signal to the more than 3,300 employees at the Rhein-Neckar metropolitan region that it is moving forward. The success story of the Mannheim tractors. So look at it, in 1921, Lanz introduced the world's first crude oil tractor, the 12 horsepower Bulldog HL. The tractor is powered by a horizontal one-cylinder engine, the so-called glow head engine. The peculiar shape of the cylinder head and the protective cap above it give the tractor the name the Bulldog. The tractor was designed by Dr. Fritz Huber, and in 1936, Lanz sells the first express Bulldogs. With these machines, the transport problem in agriculture can be decisively improved. 1942, the 100,000th Bulldog left the factory in Mannheim. In 1945, a bombing raid, obviously, of the Allies destroys 90% of the buildings on the factory site, and more than half the machines are unusable. In the summer of 1945, however, the American occupation authorities grant permission to resume production. Reconstruction, however, proceeded slowly. In 1953, on the 9th of February, the 150,000 Bulldog rolled off the assembly line. Of the tractors, 30,000 go abroad, while 120,000 remained at home. In 1956, the 200,000 Bulldog is manufactured in this year. At the same time, John Deere take over Heinrich Lanz AG with its factories in Germany and Spain. In 1960, almost 40 years later, production of the Lanz Bulldog with a horizontal single-cylinder two-stroke engine came to an end. The two successor models, the John Deere Lanz 300 with 28 horsepower and the John Deere Lanz 50 with 36, are launched. They are powered by modern four-cylinder, four-stroke diesel engines. 1962, the tractor range is supplemented by the three models, the 100, the 700 and the 3010 series. 1967, the company name is changed again and the tractor bonnets now only say John Deere with the suffix Lanz. 1974, the 30 series is introduced with the 830, the 1130. John Deere is the first German tractor manufacturer to show an integrated, comfortable OECD tested cab with a noise level of only 86 decibels. Moving into 1980, John Deere builds the cab plant at Bruchsal. Today, the entire factory covers a 63-acre site. From 1981, the first SG2 comfort cabs come off the production line. In 86, the 50 series is introduced with models from 38 to 114 horsepower. In 1992, John Deere introduces the innovative 6000 series tractor with the all-steel bridge frame. Initially, four-cylinder models from 75 to 100 horsepower are introduced. in 1993. 72 years after the introduction of Lanz's first crude oil tractor, the 1 million tractor rolled off the production plant, and it was the 6400. 1997-98, the Mannheim plant introduced the 6010 series with a suspended front axle, a new economical PowerTech engine. Into the 2000s, or the noughties now, the 6020 series introduced the market and covers the range from 80 to 160 horsepower. 2002, John Deere Tractors is the first manufacturer to offer GPS steering system called Auto Track. The technology in the entry from Digital Precision Farming in 2004, on the 23rd of February, the 300,000 frame-built tractor rolls off the final assembly line. In the same year, the new training workshop is opened. In 2006, the 6030 series is launched with models from 115 to 203 horsepower. 2011, Agri-Technique John Deere presents the new Mannheim 6R series premium tractors, and the large 170R, the 190R, 210 models are the first to be introduced. In 2021, 6 more 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder models were added. Moving up into 2017, the Mannheim factory pushes into the 300 horsepower maximum power range with the 6250R, the most powerful model in the series from Mannheim. And in 2023, the 2 million tractor, the 6R250, rolls off the production line. And obviously, in the last few years, we have seen a whole range of new John Deeres. In the last couple of years, that's the 6R series and the 6R1885, the 6R195, and so on. So that's it. That's the factory. It's still there today. It's one of the biggest factories in Europe, producing a serious amount of machines every year to keep the countryside green. I know all you Massey fans love that. Anyway, that's it. That's a short video for this week. Short introduction to the Mannheim factory. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a little bit of something out of it. It mightn't be for everybody, but I know all you John Deere fans love it. So that's it. I will see everybody next week. I will have a longer video, and I have nailed down what I am doing for the 100th video. So you do not want to miss that. It is going to be a good one. It's going to be an extra long one. There's going to be a good bit in it, and it's going to be very interesting. Okay, so I will see everybody next week.